Robin, courageous warriors against crime, they are off once again to the rescue.
Atomic batteries to power. Turbines to speed.
Roger, ready to move out.
Yeah, Gotham City, 14 miles. You know the drill. Let's go, guys. Hello, everyone.
What up, what up, what up?
Hey, this is Lorenzo and my comic book son, Circumstances, and we're here again with our live stream on New Comic Book Day to talk about what we picked up and what's coming up next week and any other thing that we feel like talking about today. So, welcome all.
It is Christmas once again. I love this every week. Shout out to the chat. It is already popping. We've got Phil's Treehouse, which we were a little late because we were talking about our upcoming appearance on Treehouse Trivia on Phil's Treehouse's channel. I think we're penciled in for July 2nd, which is a Sunday at 3 o'clock Central Time, God's time. So check that out. The first episode was with TM Nerdy and Geek Out with Roscoe. I am super intimidated. I don't know if you got a chance to check it out, Lorenzo, but I'm going to be terrible at this trivia. I'm going to be absolutely terrible.
I'm sure you know something I don't know.
You're going to kick my butt, man. It's going to be ridiculous.
So are we against each other or are we against two other people? How does that...
So the way it works, we are against each other. So we're competing against each other. And there are prizes. In the first episode, prizes were ridiculous. Like Ultimate Fallout was one of the books. So it was crazy prize. Yes, crazy.
Not
prizes.
a reprint?
but the contestants... So we will be playing for people in the audience. So there's a hashtag giveaway for people in the audience to be our contestants. So you'll get a contestant and I'll get a contestant, and then one of us will get first. And let's say I get first in the thing, my contestant will get first choice of the prizes, and your second contestant will get the leftovers, or vice versa. But it's really interesting. The production level is super high. I cannot recommend it enough. It's something that everyone should be plugging into. Phil's Treehouse every other Sunday. So we're going to have this Sunday off. So be looking for a new episode next Sunday. But yeah, I was really interested.
That's impressive. That sounds very. That's like
look forward to
password, man. The password is so and so. You know, it's like you're playing at home for people. That's very cool. I like that, Phil.
And it's and the production level is like a game show. I mean, he's really bringing it. So check out the first episode. It was a good time. I was really regretting not being there live for it. I was on the road for my nephew's graduation, so I couldn't attend the first episode. But man, I will definitely be in the audience for the next one if God allows. And hopefully I get to be a contestant and maybe win a prize, because the prizes were absurd. And he has this set of 50 NHL cards that he has signed, and it's like just a set of 50. And he's giving them away as part of his giveaways, and I absolutely want one of those cards. So check out Phil's Treehouse.
Oh, my God.
NHL.
NHL? Okay.
Hockey.
Okay. NHL.
But yeah, we got James Lang in the house. What up, James? We got the lovely Miss Janet, of course. We got my guy Beckerman, and he didn't come in saying something rude to me. So I'm really that's
he's quite supportive, in fact.
You might have a good night with Beckerman. Looking forward to that. What else we got? Aggressively relaxing in the house. What up, homie? We got Wiley J draws, which that's a new one. That's a new one for me. Oh, look he's even saying, I refuse to believe you can be a terrorist. Who is this guy? What is going on?
I know. What have you done with Beckerman? That's awesome.
Did give him the heads up. I did give him the heads up on the pre-screening for the new Flash movie. So I wasn't able to make it because I couldn't show up hours early to be there. But he was there. So he's already seen the new Flash movie. I haven't had a chance to ask him how it was. But yeah, if you're looking for tips on what happened, you're looking for tips on what happened.
Yeah.
Becker likes comics on Instagram. Hit him up. Get in his DMs. He loves it when random people message him. So definitely hit him up. and see what's going on. But Wiley J Draws, that's a new name. Is that a name for you that you recognize?
It is
Good to see you,
new.
homie.
Yes, welcome, Wiley. Yeah. So
Thanks for coming through.
Some new folks, some of our old regulars. Good to see everyone here. And
Janet, I'm sorry, real quick, Janet, I'm gonna send you. I made a AI. I'm sorry, no offense, Lorenzo, and I'm done. I'm off the crack. I'm off the AI art, but I did make an AI art for Aggressively Relaxing based off his name, Aggressively Relaxing, and I thought it was pretty great. So I'll send it to you, Lorenzo, so you can show it to Janet. But it is a great name.
It is a great name. I love to see it. There's some great names people come up with out here, man. It's just awesome. Yeah. So this program is brought to you by my little shop that I use to support this lovely program that we do every week. It's called the Alternative City Shop, which is named after one of my comic books. And here's a promo for that. I not only love reading indie comics, but I've self-published several indie comics of my own. You can find them on my Alternative City Shop, which has a link below this video. There, you'll find, along with my comics, t-shirts, stickers, and mystery boxes, you'll find pins and magnets that I call CBOs, or comic book originals, which are buttons, magnets, and pocket mirrors that I make from superhero comic books. These are one-of-a-kind items made from images cut directly from comic books, not photocopies, so each one is unique. Yes, it includes the t-shirt that I'm wearing right now. Sometimes my comic son wears it, but I'm wearing it today. This is the Ninja Bunny Assassin shirt.
There it is.
This is one of my favorite characters.
One of my favorite shirts.
It's one of his, too. Yeah, so I got an idea for a new shirt by next week. So we'll see if this new shirt has something to do with the show. So I'll let you know next week when that shirt comes out.
I'm looking forward to that. I'm probably gonna need one. Well, we got Brian LCS in the chat. Shout out to Brian. So that gives me an opportunity to mention. I did put the link. Excuse me. I did put the link in the chat to start off. CBCAwards.org. Nominations are open until August here, and it's very important that we all get over there and get our nominations in and represent for Lorenzo and the Indie Comics and Reviews channel. So definitely get over to there when you get a chance if you haven't already, and make sure that you're nominating Lorenzo for the review channel and any other, or for the review category and any other category that you think you might be worthy of. And let's just make sure that we're representing for Lorenzo. Make sure we get him on the stage again. We did not win last year, but it was dope to be on the stage with those big names, and I would like to see it again. So let's represent again, y'all.
What's up, Pocan Joe? Pocan Joe, man. Good to see you, Joe. Good to see you.
Pocan Joe.
And
can I do one more? Can I do one more promotion?
This guy's Regis Philbin. Okay, go ahead.
No, one more promotion. So I mean, because we have so many of you in the chat. We have Beckerman in the chat, who was episode 1. Sleepy Reader comes through. He was episode 2. We had Lorenzo was episode 5, the latest episode, but we have Comic Book Story Time, a lot of great guys coming, a lot of great members of this community coming through, telling a story about a comic book that they're passionate about and making an argument about that comic book. I've really enjoyed the different styles that everyone has brought. Lorenzo talked about Not Brand Ek, which is a book that he loved from his childhood, and I learned a lot during the process of building this video with him. So I really enjoy this series. Pocan Joe was another one who probably got the most views so far, really. His was about Junkyard Joe and his experience serving for our country in the military, and also him relating Junkyard Joe to the portrayal of PTSD, which I was really nervous putting that one together because it was important stuff that he was talking about, and I wanted to make sure I did a good job. So check out the Comic Book Story Time, especially our guy Lorenzo's episode. All right, I'm done. Let's get to the books.
Wow. Man, he must be an underwater scuba diver, so you got the longest breath I've ever seen, I tell you. This guy's good at it. All right, so speaking of promotions, I've received some books in the mail from one of our favorite comic publishers. I know yours and mine, Bad Idea. Bad Idea sent me a stack of books that they've produced, and they're
really?
Yeah, it turns out they got this this Kickstarter going for a new book, which fortunately slips my mind right now. But
is it
Megalith?
Megalith?
It is Megalith. Yes, thank you, Megalith. But don't worry, Megalith has already been funded many times over. So it's like
it's got plenty of money.
they didn't need me.
You attach Matt Kent to it. You're doing pretty well.
Yeah, well, and rightfully so. I mean, I'm that's why I'm giving away this dimension. I'm giving away a stack of ENIAC number, not number 1, but the first series ENIAC 1 through 4. The number 1 is a not first printing, but everyone else is a first printing. So I'm going to just give these away. If you recently
read
that, I know you're talking about
very recently, and I thought it was good. I understand what the hype was about.
Yes,
it was really interesting, especially with the AI taking over the way it is in our media with ChatGPT and whatnot. It was more relevant now than it was when it came out. So I thought that was a book. The hype was worth it, and I think we might see more from that book down the line. I don't know.
Oh yes. Yes. What's up, Sharp? Shoop. Sharp.
There he is. The shop verse.
That's right.
Instagram.
Oh man, how are you doing, man? So yes, if you want to, not in the chat, but leave a comment under this video once it's posted. Hashtag ENIAC, and they'll put you in. I'm going to try to use one of those one of them there fancy comment picker things that you kids use, and we'll pick out whoever leaves the comments, and I'm going to leave it up until next Tuesday, probably, so you know by next Wednesday show who gets it. And so give you plenty of time. You see this video. If you watch this video, you want that set, it'll be sent to you free of charge, thanks to Bad Idea. So Bad Idea is good with the comics, man. I tell you, that's one thing they are good at. They create some really good content when it comes to comic books and production. So there's that.
And all of their books that I own are just high quality comic books.
Yes.
None of that flimsy paper. I mean, just really nice looking books, man. I will say that about Bad Idea.
Yeah. Oh, this Wiley has not heard of Bad Idea. Yeah. See, that's why they need to get the word out, man. I was really surprised that their Kickstarter got funded so quickly. I mean, it is like, I mean, they were asking only like $10,000. Oh. And they got like
a lot of people
300,000. So it's like just blew it away. So
there is
doing all right.
There's a lot of people who are plugged into the Bad Idea kind of gimmick, the Bad Idea vibe, because however you may feel about the gimmick and the way they kind of exploit comic book culture and comic book FOMOism to make money, I think they do exploit that. But they do also have some nice quality books. Like I thought The Lot was really good. ENIAC was good. I mean, there's some good quality books that they are kicking out. I just don't like some of the gimmicks, like the invisible slab and all that stupid stuff. Yeah. Stuff that they do that makes it clear comic book collectors are stupid. I don't really buy into that. Now, some comic book collectors feel like they're in on the joke, and so they don't think they're being made fun of. But I do think it's making fun of comic book collectors a lot.
Yeah. I mean, the content is there, the quality is there. You don't need all that other stuff. I mean, I agree 100% with what you just said. So, yeah, that's but just keep making good content. That's what I care about. So, yeah. One more thing. Oh yeah, comic books. As far as that goes, speaking of off the subject of comic books, Tina Turner passed away today. I think, right? Is that
my wife just told me that. Yeah, I have not looked into the news about that, but yeah, she was 80 something. So,
oh yeah, and I've heard she'd been planning her funeral for a long time, so she was aware of her mortality, and she was just like, hey, just waiting for for it to happen, man. That's the way I want to be. It's like just at peace, and just it comes naturally, and that's just the best way to go. And she's been through a lot, man. I mean, Ike Turner
outlived Ike. Yeah, she outlived his ass. Hell yeah.
Ike Turner, decent songwriter, good performer, piece of shit human being. Oh my God, he put her through. I mean, that's the show I listened to, his podcast called Disgraceland. I'll leave it out in the shout out sometimes under the show, after the show, down below. And check out the Disgraceland episode about Ike Turner and Tina Turner, man. What's love got to do with it? Just scratches the surface. I mean, only if you got a strong stomach.
That stuff is triggering to me. I have personal experience with that stuff.
Yeah, there is a warning on it, so I said check it out at your own risk. But man, God bless Tina. You know, happy trails. He gave us some good times. Some of us old folks. And I saw
Wiley J Draws needs to get on Instagram with us. That way he'll know about Bad Idea and all that.
Yep. I mean, they got some good stuff, man. And don't forget, you can win that ENIAC. Just leave a comment down below this video if you want to check it out. This, in my opinion, their best series so far. I mean, Pirate Queen was up there, and The Lot was good. I don't know a lot of people know about that one, about the Hollywood thing. Yeah, that was good. So they made a lot of good stuff. But ENIAC was the first.
I think ENIAC probably was the best of the one I've read.
Yeah, it was. It was not the first series, but I think the second series. The one shot came first. That one with David Lapham, that black and white one, the comic trade or whatever they call that. And then after that, ENIAC came out, and that just like took the comic world by storm for a bit, you know. And Wiley says he went to the store yesterday and couldn't find a single book to. You know, I feel you, because I went today and I thought I was going to have way more books, but I got like 9, and one of them is a free comic book day. Yeah, it's in the same ballpark. One of them's a free comic book day book. So not a whole lot today, folks. What's up, Truth and Faith? What's happening? So let's check out these 9 comic books that I picked up. Look at that. Slim.
There's just something
Slim's on his way out of town.
about... There's something nice about the feeling of a stack of new comic books in their bag and board. It's just,
I see one of mine.
There's really something sensual about it.
Yeah, it's very sensual.
She can have it if she wants it.
That's what it's like, right?
Oh yes, yes, I made it in. Hell yes,
you made it to the drop zone.
I'm so excited.
Any hoozle.
That one represents me pretty well.
Oh my God, the Circumstances signature is on that one, baby. All right, so like I said, one of the books is a free comic book day book that I missed, The Sacrificers. I've heard this is pretty good. This is from Rick Remender, who did lots of stuff, including Scumbag, which is one of my favorite books. Remender?
He did. He did Righteous Thirst for Vengeance. Which was
yes, he did that too. Like He's done some good stuff. So I somehow missed this free comic book day, so picked it up today. Only one Marvel book.
Faith, what up?
And I got a couple. I got maybe 5 books I ordered from my comic shop. Plus, there's some pre-orders. So I did had more than that coming today. But only from the shop, only 9 books. And one of them was this Iron Man. Damn. I have a top 5 list of books that I regret selling. This is definitely in that top 5. It was only a good copy, like a 2 or something like that, but it was still Iron Man 1, you know. And
low grade's better than no grade.
That's right. That's right. Even a 0.5 would be better than nothing, you know. So, yeah, I got a couple of these, man. This is one of the coolest covers of all time. And I got the Flash. Speaking of that Flash movie, which I'll probably see at some point, but I don't know if right away. Flashpoint special edition. I guess just a reprint of the original Flashpoint. I think I have the San Diego Comic-Con variant of that one. I should have sold it when it was hot, but it's probably passed by now. So
Can you even remember Can you even remember the last movie you saw in the theater?
Yeah. The new Batman. I saw the new Batman in theater. I went like after all the hubbub was gone, and I just wore my mask and just like, went in there.
Were you?
So I will go. I just don't go the whole. What now?
I said, were you able to stay awake the whole movie? Because I barely did.
Oh, you trying to insinuate that I'm too old to get through a movie now? Or what are you trying to say, Sonny?
I'm saying the Batman is boring, is what I'm saying.
Oh, it was kind of long too. It was like maybe 30 minutes too long. I mean,
yeah. I was like, can this movie? At the end of that movie, I was like, please, God, can this movie please end? I do not care about any of this. I just want out of this theater.
You know, I don't know if any of y'all remember this, but you probably think I'm talking crazy. But there was a point when we used to go to movies and there would be an intermission. And like halfway through the movie, everybody got the fuck up. Went to take a leak, went to buy food. Why not bring that back? I mean, why are you trying to torture us with longer movies and no intermission? I mean, that tells you the world's run by sadists. You know, what's up with that?
I think
what's up
people
with that?
complain. I think people probably complain and they just wanted to get out of there.
People,
I know,
take your ass out of here then. You know, most of us want to go take a leak and not miss our movie. You know?
It would be nice to have a break, yeah.
Yes. I remember, like, you know, when I was a little kid, like, oh, time to go to the intermission now. Intermission, go buy popcorn, come back down, all empty, and now I've got to get full again, and you're relaxed. You know, I mean, and it makes more sense because you go to spend money. You know, most people get up, you give a 10-minute intermission, people are going to go buy stuff. I mean, I know you have to stay around. I guess they did probably a study and discovered that if we keep them longer, then we have to pay our employees more, and you know, some shit like that, where they end up saving like a few pennies here and there that adds up to, like, you know, money in the long run. But fuck our comfort, you know, like whatever. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I'm off my soapbox now. So damn, what happened to the intermission, man? That was a good time. All right, so also from DC, well, City Boy, which I am myself, City Boy in a rural environment. You can see what the hell's going on with City Boy, and we'll go from there. Just taking a flyer on City Boy. On City Boy?
I heard some good things about that one, yeah.
Okay. What's the furthest place from here, you might ask? It's coming to, not an end, but the end of this story arc. This has been a very good book. This is number 13 of this really odd, wonderful book.
All right, yeah, I picked that book up today, and I made a pledge that I'm going to catch up on that.
Yes, you should. You should. It gets weirder and more funner. Blue book from James T., the master himself, number 4. Almost done with that first story arc. About that.
You know, I've been thinking a lot about the Blue Book and about aliens and about, like, space and, like, all of that.
The final frontier.
And lately, I've really been stuck on this idea that this is a simulation.
This is the Matrix.
And these aliens that we see, because they abduct these people in the Blue Book, and the Blue Book's based on 2 real people from I think the 60s or whatever. It's actually interracial.
Yeah, Betty and Barney Hill.
Too, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And they just tell this story of their encounter with these. And like for the first time in my life, I listened to one of these alien stories and really believed it. And now that I'm open up to the idea that these aliens exist, it's like these aliens are the ones running the simulation. They must be, right? Like I really started to think about what this all is, and I'm starting to settle on this is a simulation, and the aliens that we see are running it.
That theory makes sense. I could buy into that theory because we're such a primitive. We don't think we are, but we're a very primitive and we're a very flawed society. I could see a more advanced society kind of like treating us like an experiment, or like an aquarium. They're like watching us. They reacting off each other and shit like that. I could totally see that. Yeah.
Maybe it's not a simulation. Maybe it's more like an ant farm. You're an ant colony to them.
Yes.
But it's something.
Yes.
It's something like that.
Yeah.
I thought it was weird how in that book he talked about how they put something on his genitals, on his private parts or something.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm just trying to think what is going on? Let's say this really happened. What is going on, dude? This is crazy. It's scary.
Yes. We got people in the chat remember intermissions too, man. Yes. Oh my God, Lawrence of Arabia. The poem was Lawrence of Arabia. That's another story. imagine seeing them. Those are the kind of movies they make now and not have an intermission. You know, that's like a what? That's like a 4-hour movie, right? I mean, if I'm not mistaken, it's a pretty damn long movie. And this guy said Dr. Zhivago. That's another one. Like, you know, those movies don't come with intermissions now. You know, it's they're just torturing us, man. I mean, but these folks remember how that was. And yeah, I mean, the whole.
There's this local wrestling podcast that I watch on YouTube, and it's like a 3-hour long show, and they actually have an intermission in the middle of their show. Something we should get it. We should start a 3-hour show and put an intermission in.
Okay, I'm down. Oh, we would have to have an intermission unless you want to fit me with a catheter or something like that, because I'm going to have to go after 3 hours. I'm sitting here drinking liquids and sitting in one spot. So, yeah. Bladder's like a little girl's these days. I don't know what's going on with that, but, yeah. Yeah, we put that on the list on the things you need to do, right? Yeah, let's just get back to that one.
Yeah.
Black Tape number 4 wraps up this story about the rock star that died and left a legacy of orgies and black magic to his wife. You're welcome. So, yes, I get to wrap this one up and see how that turns out. Vanish number 7. Oh, God, what's the dude that is associated with, I forget, this is his cover. It's not Daniel Warren Johnson. This is the C cover. Help me out, comic fam. Y'all know everything. So this is the C cover of Vanish number 7. And the last one is the same one I saw you. I peeped yours too. You have Ambassadors number 5. Man, you need to catch up on this if you haven't read this yet. This is an awesome series.
Oh, that's Sanford Green.
Thank you, Sanford Green. Yes, Sanford Green. Yes, you're awesome. Hip hop show in the middle. I could go for that. Hells yes. Hells to the yes. All right. So, speaking of next week's comics, and I know you were, Detective
Boom.
Comics. What number detective is this? This is number 1072. And I finally got my LCS to give me only the A covers for this one. I like the A covers a lot in this series. They would give me a bunch of those Kelly Jones B covers, which are all right, but I wasn't loving them a whole bunch. Or a whole much.
That was nice.
And I know everybody's heard about this, right? If I've heard about it, everybody's heard about it. It's gonna be, there's a death in ASM 26. Have you heard about this?
Not spoiling it. You're not spoiling it.
I'm gonna say who it is, and I'm gonna give a countdown to 10 if you haven't heard about it. And fuck it, 3. Countdown to 3 if you haven't heard about it. I'm gonna say the name of the person. I'm sure most of y'all probably heard it too, because it's out there. 1, 2, 3. Ms. Marvel, Kamala Khan. They're killing her because they're making a movie about her. I guess how they do that dumb shit. That's the craziest shit in the world. They did the same thing for Doctor Strange.
Yeah, dude. I don't think anybody really cares. I didn't care about the Doctor Strange one either.
You know, it's going to be and it's almost laughable the way they keep doing it. You know, they think that we're going to kill this person and bring them back. Look, that's never been done before. You know, that's why the Gwen Stacy thing was so big back in Spidey. Was it 122? I think it was 122. ASM first volume 122, because she stayed dead a long time, and they only brought her back like with other than that sins of past shit or that some clone thing, but with the Spider Gwen and the Ghost Spider, which is like a different dimension. So that's probably the most realistic death in comics right there, but she wasn't a superhero. Yeah. So, but anywho, so there are a bunch of covers that you might imagine for this. I don't have the spoiler cover, so I don't have to worry about that. I did order it from your T-Fall, and God help me because I missed the FOC on that one, so I may not get it.
They got you back. They got you back.
Man, you know I didn't. You know it's my last resort. It was my very last resort.
He's back.
Comics Elite was next. Like, oh, all right, the T-Fall don't got it. I gotta go back to Comics Elite.
Oh no! I
and after that, like some guy on the corner with a raincoat, selling comics. After that, I don't know what the hell. And then
I kind of miss your old Comics Elite rants. Every one will start the same.
I'm at peace with that. Oh, they'll always do some crazy shit, but hey, they will occasionally have a good sale too. So it's like it's a love-hate thing. Simone Bianchi is doing one of these covers. It's got a A and a B, which is a 1 in 100. Pepe Larraz. I actually picked up this one from Comics Elite, not Comics Elite, from TFAW. Once again, it is an incentive, so they'll probably send it to me. But the A cover, I probably missed the cutoff for that, but I may or may not get that.
Nice.
And then there's Art Adams,
That's the one.
Most of these are exclusives. Most of 9 out of 10 of them are exclusive, except for this one is obviously a ratio. But this one is Ultimate Comics. Art Adams, it's a tribute to that, to the whole, was it the 80s or I think it was the 80s when they did 80s. That border. Yeah, the 80s border.
Anniversary.
Yeah. So this is his, Art Adams' A cover from Ultimate Comics, and this is the black and white B cover, which is kind of dope too. This
$40 if you want both of them.
$40.
Ultimate Comics. $40 for both.
Wrap them up.
Plus shipping.
Take my money.
I'm not lying. I'm tempted. I'm not even on this book, and I'm tempted. I want that black.
Such a nice cover, huh? Which one? You get both of them for 40? Is that what you're gonna do?
You can get both for. I'm thinking about it. I probably shouldn't though.
Yeah, and the big one. Yeah, the other one. The second one is it's very cool too. I mean, the first one, I love the homage to the corner border, but this is on its own merits here. It's nice. Art Adams makes some good stuff.
It is nice, yeah. I like it.
And Kare Andrews has got this one here, which is, I don't think it's an homage, but it's definitely in the old style of the corner box look. And he's got also an exclusive V cover. That's a virgin. Like a virgin. And
hey,
Jung Jing Yoon. Jung Jing Yoon is doing a cover
easy
also.
For you to say.
Yeah, this is very, very sharp and crisp. I like this. Then there's Lobos, the person that goes by Lobos. And this is the A cover. And of course, the obligatory version B cover. And Peach has got one out. Oh, this is kind of nice. It's I think it's just a common cover. I don't know if it's an exclusive. Could be. Man, we're just talking about how they got Peach Momoko making a cover for everything. Man, they was like working her like a slave these days. And she's got a B too.
I'm curious if it is a regular cover, because there's a virgin too, yeah.
If there's a virgin, there's a good chance it might not be. Yeah, you're right. And there's a Raphael Grassetti. Remember, he was everywhere for a while. Still does great work.
I saw he just posted he's leaving Sony, which does God of War, and he's going to. He hadn't actually said at the time where he's going next, but yeah, he left his current job. He's doing something else. Hopefully, more comic book covers.
Okay, all right. He's moved on to greener pastures. Hopefully, okay, good for him. And this is Warren Lau.
Yeah,
that's
nice.
That's I don't know. That's some kind of 3D program that they're using, I guess. Man, it's.
I don't know. He is hyper realistic, is what his art looks.
Seriously, like. I'm just wondering what his process is. What sort of software he's using. And then there's the B cover, which I know this is exclusive. For these two,
if you want the trade and the virgin, $50 plus shipping. That's a pass.
It's like they're giving it away. All right. Tyler Kirkham has got an A. I like this one too. It fits more with the somber mood of the book, I think. of the alleged latest death that's going to be happening in this thing.
I'm sure it's permanent. Say goodbye forever.
Oh yeah, until next time, until their movie comes out. Oops, did I say that out loud? And there's a virgin cover also, which is pretty nice. Yeah, that's all. These are, I'm sure, are most of them are exclusives. There's very few you're gonna get for just cover price. After all,
I like that Spider-Verse variant. That one's nice. Is that an exclusive? No, it's just regular price. I'm gonna buy one. No, I don't need it. Dude.
This guy trying to talk himself out of it.
Nah, I don't need it.
And guess what? The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles have an annual, and they're homaging once again their #1 cover. Which, why not milk that? Milk it, baby.
Never gonna end. It's like
Never,
ASM
ever.
300.
You know it. World Tree. That's what I didn't sign up at my LCS for World Tree. PH34. I think that's that woman's password. That's that crazy naked lady that's going around killing people. I think that's her password.
It's leet for fear.
Is it?
Leet speak. Leet speak.
Leak?
PH. Leet. LEET. Leet speak. It's where you use numbers and letters to speak. Yeah, it says fear if you read it that way. PHEAR.
Wow. I've never heard of that. Oh.
Leet
Wow.
speak.
They teach you guys in them fancy highfalutin colleges? Yeah, I tell you. All right.
Since you got your degree and you know everything.
All right then. All right, but yeah, World Tree kicks ass, and there's a few good covers on that too. Here's a said lady, naked lady, drawn by Danny. It's this just a basic B cover, which is pretty badass.
Man, that first issue was a trip.
You read it?
Man.
Wasn't it? Wasn't
Yeah,
it
of course.
nice? Oh my God! Yes, that was.
I don't know if nice is the word I would use.
It was
I don't think
jarring.
that is the right word.
It was
There you
jarring. Yeah, it was, but it was dope. James T is great at making like badass female protagonists, antagonists, whatever you want to call them, either or. He's pretty damn good at that.
Yeah, it's interesting. I know I saw someone on the stream call him a scumbag for that actually because he has strong woman characters and by having strong woman characters he's what is the word? Demasculating?
Emasculating?
Yeah, the men.
Yes.
There we go. Emasculating. That's what
only people that are already insecure. I mean, people that are secure in their masculinity are not threatened by that. So yeah.
I was like, dang, he's
not
a
a thing.
scumbag. Yeah, dang,
Wow.
that's harsh.
Yeah, I tell you, the culture has really been coursing these days. It don't take much to be a scumbag, right? Huh?
I got called a piece of shit. Did you see the comment on my channel where I got called a piece of shit?
For what?
I don't really understand exactly.
They
But
just
it was
don't
my
like you.
most favorite- It was my most favorite comment ever, though.
I said, "Oh, thank you. I appreciate that." This is
That's a
Anna
nice-
Mancano.
Love it.
You are not a piece of shit. Fuck what they say. Anna
Thank
Mancano.
you.
I think these may be exclusives as well. So they're not as many as Spider-Man, but there are a few. I like this one. Arla Cohen and doing Peg City. And Peg City could be interpreted as a lot of things if you look up the slang term of Peg. So you know what's going on. with Peg
He
City.
went there. My goodness.
Hey.
This is a children's channel.
Hey, it's very much like Charlize Theron too. Am I seeing that? Maybe it's the model for that. It's a little bit of that.
Sure. A little bit. Charlize is prettier than her, though. Charlize is so pretty, man. Jeez. Like her when she was in Hancock with Will Smith. I think she was probably the prettiest ever. In that. She can have it if she wants it.
Yes.
Anytime. My wife will understand.
I'm so glad I have that drop. It's going to get so much use.
It will. I'll make sure of it.
That's one thing we can count on, my friend. All right. So, and there's a basic 1 in 25 from David Romero, which is kind of a nice house on the lakey as far as that kind of a thing goes there.
Nice house on the lakey. Is that a thing now? Nice house on the lakey.
I just made it up. Yes. But I hope I think this World Tree thing is going to be, man, I hope she turns out to be something completely horrific. That would be so awesome. That would be so.
I'm interested to see where he's going to go.
It seems like it's, oh man. I trust in James T. And this is a 1 in 50 Franny, baby. This is a number 1 in 50 from Franny. And I know you'll love this one. This is a 1 in 100 from our guy, Vanna Del Edra. This is pretty cool.
I would love to have that one, but nope. 1 in 100 is way above my pay.
If money were no object, exactly. I'm just coining up shit. I'm just like coming up with terms here. Yes. And then there's this Joseph Smokey, who normally does a lot of stuff for Black Caravan, Scouts horror line. This is pretty cool too. Love all these covers, man. Yeah. And there's more even, like Emile Cabeltiera. They have less of a space between those names. This is also an exclusive. This is pretty badass too, and very crisp and lush. Oh yeah, and booby, blood in just the right spots, boobies. And this is from someone who just goes by Godtail. So take from that what you will. And this is yes, I know. That's something we don't see every day. And the last one is probably one of my favorites. This is I don't know where you get this, but it's by a person that goes by Mel Milton. So there's some good covers for this book.
Yeah.
Well,
they usually are for Tynan books. The artists come out for his books, it seems like.
Mm-hmm. And we got Power Girls specials coming up. I think I pre-ordered this probably because it's got some good covers in it. There's the DC fans are mixed reviews on the new Power Girl powers and everything. But hey, I'm open-minded. And here is always. This is the Art Germ cover for
really nice.
said book. Yeah, this may be the one I pre-ordered. I think there was one an open order that I pre-ordered.
Boobs.
Boobies, the booby window for Power Girl. Amanda, that's like her trademark, the booby window. You know, Amanda Connor. Amanda Connor lifting up like a yeti to save a kitty cat. It's pretty cool. And the 1 for 25, Tula Lotte. That's one of our favorite people.
Yeah, I really like Tula Lotte. I'm not really. This definitely doesn't feel like a 1 in 25 cover though.
Yeah, it's not one of my favorites by her. Tosh Tenfold is this person's name. She's looking cool as hell right on this one. It's a 1 for 50.
Yeah, that's sleek looking. I like it.
Yeah, I like that. And I think my favorite one, well, you know, I'm a DNA stan anyway. This may be an exclusive because there's also maybe for his personal website. He's got this one. This is this is so nice. And he's got, of course, the Virgin companion that you can have for a price as well. And this is one I think that Will Jack was doing one that you fell in love with, I think, last time. There was a Power Girl special. Will Jack is a couple. This is my favorite one by him.
He's nice. He's good, yeah.
Yeah, he is. DC Pride. Did that come out this week or was that next week? I think it may have come out this week. I may have, if I'm not mistaken, I think I saw this in the My Comic Shop list of new comic books for this week. So either it's out already or it's coming out next week. Either way, I want to say it's $12 too. I mean, I don't know what's up with that, raising the price that much.
No thanks.
I mean, what? I mean, that's going to be like a first appearance in there, I think. But come on, y'all. I mean, $12. I mean, it's a lot of pages and all, but damn.
It's a nice cover though. But no.
It is. And then there's the one for $25, Gabriel Piccolo. Oscar Vega is doing a C cover. It looks like looks very much like Vogue magazine, which I'm sure is the intent. Yeah, this is cool. Very Vogue magazine-y. Strike the pose. And there's Bartell, our girl Jenny. She is a foil cover here. And also a 1 for $50 by Miss Friesen as well.
Good old Jenny.
Good old Jenny.
Jenny.
Jenny, who can I turn to? He get me singing, man. I blame you completely for that. It's his fault. It's his fault, audience. It's not my fault. I have Tourette's, and every word I just start singing it. I just start singing, but it's out of control. All right, local man number 4. Yeah, it's like father, like son. Local man number 4. And this is a Tim Seeley thing. I'm kind of falling for. I'm kind of liking it.
I'm
kind of liking it. I mean, I didn't like it at first, but I think him and Fleeks are both alternating the writing and the covers. So they'll both do a cover, then they'll both write. I guess they're sharing the writing chores somehow. And then there's another person doing the interior art. So, yeah.
Dang. Wiley was skipping lunch to buy comics. That's the dedication right there. Wiley J Draws was about this life.
Say with mom, hey, that's dedication. You know, I remember I used to get a quarter a day for my allowance, you know, to buy lunch with, and I could either buy a free lunch ticket from somebody at school who'd be selling it for a quarter, or I could buy a comic book. Guess what I bought most of the time. So there you go. Hey, Roseboro Snake, how are ya? How are ya?
Hey, Snake in the house. What up?
Snake in the house.
Department of Truthy.
Department of Truthy. Hell to Pay, number 5. This is quite a thing. I gotta catch up on this. They shorted me at the shop on it. I gotta read number 3 that I just picked up, but this has been pretty good. This is number 1 is like a $10 plus book already, and it's
been optioned, right?
It's been an option, yeah. This is a Charles Soule joint here, whereas hell is an actual real place, as is in the story. And not to be out hell to paid, Barbaric number 4 with the hell to pay subtitle is also coming out. This may be the last one in this arc for Barbaric, which I'm way behind on. That's still way behind on that.
I think it is the last one, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Deep Cuts.
I like that.
I don't know if have you read Deep Cuts?
No, I messed up and didn't get that one when it came out.
You should find that and get it. That's a good story. And it's not an anthology, but it's a 3 or 4 issue. I think it's 4 issue series, all standalone stories, all involving jazz and all from the early part of the 20th century. So the first one was very nice. This one is going to take place in 1928. This is another one that focuses on Broadway. The last one was about New Orleans jazz. So this is something y'all should be checking out, especially if you like jazz. Now, I don't know if anybody knows about the Rocketeer, but I'm more in love with the concept of the Rocketeer than the actual execution of the Rocketeer, if that makes any sense. You know, just the idea of a guy with a jetpack on his back could just take off, and it was back in the 30s, and it was kind of like steampunky, I guess, in a way. Maybe that's not the right genre, but it's kind of retro tech kind of a thing. And Adam Hughes is doing some covers for this. So even though it's probably just a thing that they're doing so they can keep their license, this is an IDW book. I don't know. I may pick up one of these covers. This is the A from Adam. This is from Gabriel Rodriguez. This is the B cover, the basic B cover. And they've also got 1 for 10. This is the one I might look for here. This is it would probably be yeah. If it's Virgin like this, I'll definitely get it. It's got the AH on there. This is like, he's one of my guys along with DNA and some other folks, Campbell, that are just I'm stands for their cover work. It could be the shittiest book in the world. I'll take one of those. Just give me one of those with this cover on it.
I think I kind of like it better with the trade.
The trade dress?
It's a really nice cover, though. Yeah, that's nice. I like it.
Yeah. Either one would be nice, but I like you can I kind of like that. I kind of like the 1 for 10 better. And also the 1 for 25 is from Gabriel Rodriguez. This is the version cover of that one. And there's another one that's only online. I guess this may be at Adam Hughes' website or is whoever he does exclusive work for. And this is the online exclusive here. And this one might be the best. This one is probably like a little pricey though, I bet you. So might not get that one.
I'm curious. Let's find out.
Yes. Here's Mr. Fight Check.
Oh, it's exclusive with I think it's with IDW itself.
Okay.
So it's their store exclusive.
What do they want for it? Ferret.
I think it might be sold out because I'm not seeing it.
Damnation.
Oh, here it is. Here it is. This is just the print is $10, but this is just a print.
Woo! You don't want not much that book costs, y'all. Or maybe this is a print. I'm not sure, but it was listed as a
that's
book.
what I was wondering.
It might be a print.
As a book on
maybe they thought it was a print at League of Geeks and just listed it. But either way, it's dope.
Geeks, yeah.
I would pay $10 for this. I would totally get this for $10. Especially if it's like poster size. If it's poster size, hell yes. But if it's like just comic size, maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. Is anyone out there reading Torrent? Yes, I'll for sure frame it. I know Willie's not here today, but at least he's here in spirit. He was saying he gave up on Torrent. I don't know if anyone else was reading this, but this is going to be ongoing, I guess. This is about the superhero named Crackerjack who lost her family and now it's to come out and expose her identity. Yeah, I think I gave up on it, but I was just curious if anyone else is still hanging on to this because I don't know. I've kind of given up. And Money Shot, remember Money Shot? You remember Money Shot?
I do. Yes, of course.
Money Shot comes again.
I thought are you gonna be on this one still? I thought you were good on this one.
I'm good. I'm good. I'm just showing the cover because it's got the it got the special guest who appeared at the end of the book, who was Cherry Pop-Tart. Surprise, surprise. If anyone knows anything about adult comics, it had to be. If you think about it, who else is there in the world of adult comics, a recurring character? It's not that many. Other than some R. Crumb characters from Pro Junior and Honey Bunch, maybe. I don't know who else could have been in there. But it had to be her. And, if you're, Cherry Pop-Tart, yeah. So, yeah, if anybody is into that, and some people are apparently. So, God love you. Tim Seeley does a cover himself, which is kind of the cool thing. He always does like homage covers. This is, I guess she's holding a dildo. I just realized that. She's holding a dildo and she's exhausted. Like, she's not dead, she's just exhausted. So, this is it. Money shocker. Oh, God. Oh, Tim Seeley. You cad, you. And Tales from Nottingham, number 4. Somehow this has been slipping through my my pull list. I mean, I've even had you
My
pulling
shop
this.
never got.
They never got it?
My shop never got number 2. So I'm missing number 2. I've got it.
Yeah. I never got in, and usually my shop carries over from one series to another, and I know what you mean. And you know, that it didn't carry over. I had to like find number 1 second print in the wild, and now they're at number 4. So I'm gonna have to like, you know, backtrack and find these issues here, because I guess maybe they just you know, being from Mad Cave, it's just hard for them to, you know, get in a lot of shops. Yeah, which is unfortunate.
Same thing happened with the original series. It was hard to get. Because I was on that book at number 2, but it was hard to get the books, even being on it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. I blame Diamond. All right, so the Frank Miller verse may be coming down in price a little bit. They may have, you know, seen the writing on the wall that people don't want to pay $7.99 for a comic book. I think these are now $5.99. Ancient Enemies, number 4, is $5.99. So maybe they've lowered their prices, or I hope they did, because nobody wants to be paying that, man. I mean, what the hell? I mean, it's hard enough as it is. You know, it's trying to just bend us over the barrel. Stop it already.
Sales probably dropped off pretty good after the first issue.
I'll bet you. Because that ash can, everybody all excited for it. Oh, look, that ash can was going for like, you know, $20 or whatever. It's $1 ash can. And now they're like, what, $7.99? Huh? And he's not even drawing anymore?
What up, Phantom Beat?
Yeah,
Reading while listening. We appreciate you.
Oh man, that's the skill. So yeah, Frank Miller, I don't know if he even draws anymore. I mean, he does a cover here and there. But he's not even doing the drawing on these books. He's, I guess, the mentor for everything. And speaking of folks who aren't drawing anymore, so I do that segue, y'all. Talking about Dave Sim. Is anybody up on Dave Sim? Please tell me y'all know who Dave Sim is. S-I-M, just like the game. Usually the people walking around doing nothing. Well, Dave Sim created Cerebus. For y'all that don't know about the indie comics world, and Cerebus is a story about this aardvark who just went through. It was like one of the longest running indie comics, period, but one of the longest running indie comics, and it's one of the most highly acclaimed indie comics of all time, and it ran for years.
1977.
Yeah, and it's just this opus, this long fucking, you know, thing, and he got so he wanted to, yes, that's right, Phil. He wanted to not draw the background. I can totally feel that too. I could hire somebody to draw the backgrounds. He hired this dude. Now, God, what's the fucking guy's name? I forget the guy's name. But he hired this guy, this really good background artist, to do the background work. All he had to do was just draw his main characters in frame, and that's so he was like all through the races. Cerebus eventually ended. And Dave Sim has run aground long as Indian Tales. Yeah. I love that comic family. Phil, he's just this guy that runs the trivia thing. He knows everything. He knows. Spawn beat it with 301. So yeah, Gerhard. Yes, he even knows that Gerhard is the artist who would draw the backgrounds for Dave Sim. So Dave Sim made some comments. I mean, you can look him up. I'm not going to go into them here, but he made some pretty, let's say, short-sighted comments and discriminatory and misogynistic comics, one might even say, about women and other, you know, LGBTQ people and all kinds of stuff. So he's run afoul of the community in many ways, and he's had some kind of a debilitating injury where he can't draw anymore. So now all he does, he cuts and pastes his characters, and he just uses stuff from the public domain to make comics. So in this one, he's just like, I guess he's mad at the Avengers. So he's doing this thing about the Avengers, and he's got lots of comments in there. I just wanted to, like, you know, because I hadn't, I had used to know this guy that was just like a 100% Dave Sim stan, and he knew everything about Dave Sim there was. I mean, and he he made some. That's one thing about people can make great work, and I can separate their work from them, and then they can be 100% wrong about stuff in real life as far as that goes. But yeah, this is today's Dave Sim is making stuff like this, and Phil's got Sim and Gerhardt. Oh yeah, that's nice. I actually met him once at I used to do this show. They still do this show called Space in Columbus, Ohio, and we drove there like about 3 or 4 times. And the earliest one I can remember, like way back, maybe it had to be 2006 maybe, or 2005, and he was there, but he stopped doing shows, and he's just been like almost like a Steve Ditko like character in the comics world. Yeah, that's why he broke it. Yeah. Bitterness can eat you alive if you let it, man. I tell you, I think that's pretty dead on right there. So. Yeah, that's today's history lesson.
A lot of those men who are like that, or who are misogynistic like that, are divorced.
Yeah. How dare she leave me? Me? Ain't that a bitch? Yeah. Who would leave me? The greatest guy in the world. Okay.
That's how I feel. I agree.
Exactly. So we had our history lesson. So, guess what time it is now, boys and girls, moms and dads, those who identify as any other thing. And now, it is that time for the penultimate book. And this week's penultimate book is Snow White and the Zombie Apocalypse. Let that shit sink in for a while.
Whoa, what could it mean? Oh, you're bringing
Snow White awakens to true love's kiss 28 days later. Shoulder to shoulder with his tough-as-nails paramour Rapunzel, the lovable but philandering Prince Charming braves the darkness of Snow White's enchanted forest in a desperate bid for survival. But how long can the pair hold out as the denizens of Grimm's fairy tales rise from their graves to devour the flesh of the living?
How crazy is that shit?
Wow.
Hey!
You must have been talking to Phil. You got that Phil production level thing.
Yeah. Oh, we can only aspire to that production level of Phil. I mean, that's quite an honor to be mentioned in the same sentence. Man. So this Snow White and the Zombie Apocalypse thing, this is actually in more like it was crowdfunded before, but now it's being published by Scout, which often does that with a lot of books. And this is like 11 by 17, so it's like the size of a full. Those of y'all that use those Proline comic book boards, it's the size of a full Proline comic book drawing board that that they use to make comics out of. So it's like a coffee table book, it seems. So I think it's like about $20. And that's a pretty good deal for this size of a book. So yeah, I think that might be something you might want to check out if you're into this this weird. There's so much out there in the story in the fairy tale world that's in the public domain. So might as well take advantage of that stuff, man. It's like ain't nobody gonna sue you over that. Hey, Joshua Anderson, what's happening? Hey.
Hey, what up, JDA?
So the final book, y'all. The final book is called Goiter. And it is not a growth on your neck, as you might think. No. This is the collected work. And this is the Goiter number 8, which is the final issue of Goiter. And it is like a series written and drawn by Josh Petner. And this is very similar in ways to 8 Ball by Dan Clowes, one of my favorite cartoonists, or Chris Ware, is very similar in another Chicago style, not Chicago style, but from Chicago cartoonist in his style. And Goiter is very, it's very quirky. It was very funny. I was reading some excerpts from it, and you can find this book. It's a $10 book, but you know, hey, these guys support themselves, you know, and it's a pretty thick book as well. So check out Goiter. There's like a whole run of them, and check out Chris. What's my man's name? Josh Pettinger's website. Thank you.
Man.
Yes, check out Josh's website too, because he got a really dope website. I used to have a website until the virus crashed it all. It was a good time back then, but I'm not bitter.
Those were the days.
Those were the days. Now I have a shop that's run by Equid, and it's a wonderful shop, and it sells T-shirts like this and other things that I make. So life is good. You know, it could be a lot worse. You know, first world problems. You know, it could be a lot worse for us.
Yeah.
Oh,
Goiter.
yes, thank you, Phil. Hey, I know, right? So, man, you're welcome, Josh. I made a sale for you right there. So we'll go. And D'Artagnan's going to check it out too. So that makes 3 of us. So it's going to be like, you know, right there, man. It's $30, man. It's going to be able to retire early.
Shout out to the chat. Man, what a great chat tonight. We had a new name pop in. That's always good to see, man. And of course, the regulars. Always good to see the homies, man. Thanks for coming through, y'all.
Always. Good to see y'all. And be sure to check out my Comic Sun Circumstances, both here on YouTube and on Instagram, where he makes up all these memes that I hear all you young folks talking about. So check him out as far as that goes. And, man, and one of these days I'll be able to finish my comic strip that I'm working on Instagram. I'm almost there, but it was another one of those crazy weeks. Why the heck not, Phantom Beat? Yes. So, American Born. Oh, what's this? Ooh, okay. Listen, this. Wow. There's more information for y'all to check out here. Hey, thank you, Truth.
Cool.
Thank you for stopping by, and thank you, Phil, for all your input and for inviting me onto your show that I can't wait to whip Circum's ass on. And
That's gonna happen.
I know it's gonna be good times, but you know, end up beating me probably. He asks a lot of new stuff. I'll just totally lose all the new stuff, but all the old stuff, they don't call me Captain Obscurity for nothing. So that's all for this week, folks. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you have a great week, a great weekend, and we will see you next New Comic Book Day. Have a great week and a great night. Thank you.
Peace.
Peace to all.